Hi and welcome to the walkthrough video for black and blue basses, the Karoryfer Samples entry in the 2023 edition of the KVR Developer Challenge. This is a free sample library for plugs for Sando with a little over a gigabyte of samples of two bass guitars. The dark black one is played with the fingers and recorded using the neck pickup, so it has a darker sound, which is what you heard there at the start. It also has a staccato articulation and ghost notes for groovy rhythmic stuff. And release noises for the endings of the regular plugs. More unusually, because it has several inches of string length behind the bridge, it also has two different versions of behind the bridge picking with lots of strange overtones. It does make buying strings that fit really difficult, but the upside is that you get this sound. The baby blue one is and sounds brighter, and it's played with a pick and sampled with the bridge pickup. It only has one articulation, but its high velocity layer has 8 round robins, which is nice for punk or rock bass lines. It also has extended low range with two choices of sample sets below the low B. The default one is made by digitally detuning the low B string samples, and the samples with the low string button off are of the low B string physically detuned a fifth all the way down to E. Each bass also has a warm version which only uses the lower velocity layers with the volume boosted to compensate. It's basically the sound of the bass being played, but not too hard. In the case of the black bass, that means only the plug and ghost note articulations because the others don't have multiple velocity layers. Because the KVR DC has a very broad audience and not everyone here needs bass guitar samples, there are a few non-traditional features. One is unison, which adds two transposed voices. The swell control slows down the attack and release and boosts the volume to compensate for turning down the loudest part of the sample. The vibrato, though it does normal, realistic vibrato, can also do tremolo. The filter is more like a synthesizer filter, though there's some interesting things happening under the hood with the key tracking, but it can do juicy resonance, dubstep wobble, and using the envelope, funky acid basses. Download these free samples from the link in the description, and if you like them, tell an enemy.